Hello friends, today we will learn how to add new Pipedrive activities to Todoist as task. Suppose that you use Pipedrive as a CRM application and you use Todoist to manage all your other tasks. And you want that every time a new activity is created in Pipedrive, that should be added in Todoist account as a new task. But since both of these applications do not have a direct connection between them, it is a manual task that you have to do of creating a new task in Todoist. But let me tell you, we can actually automate this process using Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be new activity created in Pipedrive and our action will be new task created in Todoist. Let us learn how to do it. In this video, we will learn how to add new Pipedrive activities to Todoist as task. So we will be doing this integration with the help of Pabbly. As you can see, this is the landing page of Pabbly, and on the right hand side you have two options: sign up for free and sign in. If you don't have an existing account, click on sign up for free. Because I'm having one, so I will click on sign in. By clicking here, it will take me to this window where I can see all the applications that Pabbly provides. For today, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are going to integrate two applications. Pabbly Connect connects applications and send the data from one app to another. So let's click on Access Now, and then I will be forwarded to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As soon as you reach the dashboard, look at the right corner with the button Create Workflow. You have to click on this button and then it will ask you to name your workflow. Let us name it Pipedrive to Todoist. Because I'm going to use both of these applications, you can name it any other thing, whichever way you're comfortable with. Click on Create, and then your workflow will be created. Now here, you will be having two boxes with the name of trigger and action. Now what is a trigger and what is an action? A trigger is when this happens, which means you will be entering an application in this section and an event also, which will be called your trigger event. And as soon as that event takes place, this workflow will be forwarded to the action step, and the action application will do the task, whatever we will be assigning it. So today, our trigger application will be Pipedrive, because as the name of the workflow suggests, that whatever activities we are going to add in this section of Pipedrive, like here it's activities, so we will be adding a new activity from this green button, and as soon as you add an activity, this information will be updated in Todoist and a new task will be created. So let's just go back to Pabbly Connect and then select our trigger application. And the trigger event will be a new activity. So here is new activity, and it is written under it, triggers when a new activity is added. So click on new activity, and before you connect your Pabbly Connect and your Pipedrive account, make sure you have your Pipedrive account open in a separate tab. And then click on connect and click on add new connection. Now, Pabbly Connect will ask you for an API token, so you can find the API token by logging to your Pipedrive account that we have already done, right? After login, you go to Settings, Personal Preferences, and then API. So go to your Pipedrive account, click on your Settings, Personal Preferences, and then the third option available here is API. This is the token. Make sure you generate a new token. So this workflow runs freshly. Copy this token and go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it. Click on Save, and then your accounts are connected now. So now it will ask you for a company domain. To understand the meaning of company domain, read the example given below. Like it's written, Pabbly Connect is a company domain from the URL. As this is our Pabbly Connect account, this is our company domain. That is how we recognize the URL of any website. Now you go back to your Pipedrive and see this part of your URL is the company domain. You copy it and paste it here. Remember not to paste the whole URL, because in that case, you will be having the response of all the activities, not just the activities, the leads, the deals, and the other things that are taking place in this account. So we have taken the company domain and then click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, as soon as you click on this button, you have to go back to your Pipedrive account and create a new activity. As I said, click on this green button and enter the details about that activity. Let's say we have to make a call to this person. give a date and then the time. Let's say it's 16 and my timing is from 4 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. It's just a 15 minutes call. You can set the availability as busy or free. I'm keeping it free. If you want to add any other description like call for a meeting, this is the description. All right, this is the name. If you want to enter the URL of any deal, you can enter. And about the people, also the organization. So I'm just entering the name of the organization and I can select it from here if there are more people of that same organization and just click on save. As soon as you save, see this activity has been created and the details have been entered. Organization, due date, duration, and the user assigned as well. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect and see if our response has been captured or not. So see, no retries were needed. It is about the activity. The work is to call. Who's the subject? The name of the subject. Name of the organization. The description is to call for a meeting. And all the details that we have entered is the due date, the time, the duration is 15 minutes. Every detail that we entered and we actually wanted has been captured here. So let's just close this window and proceed to our next step. So now this is a very important part because we have to take the data from this activity part of Pipedrive and the destination for us is Todoist. So make sure you have already opened your Todoist account as well in another tab and then create a new project, or if you want to work on an existing project, then that's also fine. I have created this new project and see here some of the tasks have already been given. So we'll go back to Pabbly Connect and enter our action application, that is Todoist. Click on Todoist and then assign an action event. The action event is to create a task. So we will click on create a task and then click on connect because we have already opened our account in a separate tab. It will be easy for Pabbly Connect to detect the account. Click on add new connection and then it will ask you for a token. So log into your Todoist account and go to this website where you can find your API token. Let's just click on the website and then click on developer. When you click on developer, you can see an API token written here in bold. And you just have to copy this to clipboard and then go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Click on save and your Todoist account will be connected to Pabbly Connect. So this is a very important part of the whole workflow. This is called mapping. Now what is mapping? Mapping is actually creating a pathway between the trigger and the action application. Our purpose of this workflow is to make this information reach its destination, that is Todoist, and create a task with the help of this information that we have captured over here. But in order to send this information at the right place, you have to create mapping. Now what is mapping? Mapping is like you click on this part, the empty part which you have to fill, and then it will ask you to insert data from a previous step. So how do we insert the data from previous step? It will provide you with this drop down menu and then it will be having the list of the whole response that we have captured from our Pipedrive account. What you are supposed to do is just click on this search and map data and you can actually write, like I can just type call, and because this was the type of the work. So I'm writing call and the subject name. Scroll down and the subject name was, you can just click. Either you can find by scrolling down or you can just type a little bit for a hint and this will come here. Now call the subject. Just make sure you put a space in between both of these words. Then the description. If you remember, we entered a description that was call for a meeting. This was the description. Now we have to enter the project ID. What is the project ID? It is actually the list in which you want to create a task. Go back to your Todoist account and check for which list you want to connect to Pipedrive. So you will select new project. So go back to Pabbly Connect and make sure you're clicking on new project so that whenever the workflow works, this task will be created here in new project list. So we have entered new project and then you come down to due date. Due date is important and also we entered a due date. So we need to update this information. The due date is this. You just type over here due and it will come. Then it asks for due time. So again, you can type due and due time will come. It's 10:30. So I guess all the important details have been captured over here. Just click on save and send test request and wait for the response. First of all, check for all the information that you've entered. Are they properly captured or not? There is no error in any information. This is the subject and the work, then the description, the time duration, the date, and everything has been collected. Click on save. This is how you save your workflow. And then go back to your Todoist account to check. See, a new task has been created. This was the title, this is the note, and this is the date. If you just put your cursor on the day, you will see the information related to that, the time, the duration, and everything. So this is how we have created a task in Todoist directly by adding a new activity in your Pipedrive account. Let's just go back to Pabbly Connect and just do a quick recap of the whole workflow. 2 steps required: trigger and action. The trigger was Pipedrive account and the trigger event was new activity. Like as soon as you add a new activity to your Pipedrive account, you will be having a new task generated in your Todoist account. Now you have to enter the company domain. You can read this line for an example to understand. Click on save and send test request, go back to Pipedrive and then enter the details of a new activity. Your response is received. This response is of very much use. Why? Because this is the detail you will be transferring to your action application, that is Todoist. The event was to create a task, connected both the accounts and then mapped. Mapping is a very important step. So you mapped the content from the previous step to your action application. Make sure to put the correct project ID, that was new project, the due date, the due time, and then clicked on save and send test request. You got this response from the action application that our workflow was successfully done. Go back to your Todoist account and check that yes, you created a new task successfully. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped. Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.